So my name is Kara Bradley. I'm the founder of Verge Body Mind in suburban Philadelphia. We're a yoga and meditation center, and we offer all kinds of fabulous programs to help people with holiday stress. And that's what I'm here to speak with you about today. So on behalf of mindful.org, we're excited to bring you just a simple practice, a way of moving, breathing, and sitting that will help you to shift your state, especially in these next few weeks. As we all know, it gets ridiculously crazy at this time of the year. And I have to tell you, it's not going to stop. And this is one thing I have to remind myself of often. It's not going to stop. So what can I do? What can you do about this time of the year and about the conditioning, our cultural conditioning that has us running all over the place? What can we do to enjoy the season more, to be available for people more? And so that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. We are going to practice in a few minutes, but at first I'd just like to chat with you about holiday stress, about what it feels like in your body. So I'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about how to shift the states, some gateways to help you shift, and then we'll go through a short movement, breath, and seated practice together. So I'm excited to have you here. Oh, Jason's here. Thanks for joining me, Jason. Hope we'll see each other soon. So let's talk about holiday stress. I see it all the time here at Verge Body Mind. I see people's faces start to tense up as December rolls around. I see them start to become a little more sporadic in their practice. Just the whole idea of having to do more, of having to be more, of having to take on all of these traditions and all of this materialism, it really piles up in our system. And unless we're doing something to shift that, unless we're proactively doing something that's going to help us to settle down, to stabilize, so that we can actually experience and enjoy this beautiful season of light, then we're just going to be spinning our wheels like the rest of the world. So holiday stress comes in so many forms. And I think the thing that really hits most people that I see is just the overwhelm, the sense of being so overwhelmed with what one needs to do and be. The house needs to look perfect. You know, the presents under the tree by December 1, right? When did that happen, right? The traditions, and all of a sudden now we've got all these more and more and more traditions that we feel like we should be doing for our kids, for our family. So it's a sense of overwhelm. And what happens when we feel overwhelmed is we tense up from the cellular level, right? Our nervous system gets tense. And when we start to get stressed at the state of the very depths of our nervous system, everything goes awry. Everything goes amok. But we can do short daily practices to help us manage the overwhelm and to shift ourselves into a place of feeling more clear and awake, yet also relaxed and at ease. So noticing what stress feels for you. What does stress feel like in your body? We're going to do a body practice in a moment. And if you have any questions, please throw them out there. I see my daughter's on the line. Thanks, Christina, for joining me in the middle of your workday. So great to see so many people coming on board to talk about this. You know, this time of the year can be so magnificent. It could be so special. I mean, there's nothing like just twinkling lights and a crisp, cold December day to make you feel alive. But so often, for so many of us, we don't pause long enough to actually experience that. So what we're going to talk about right now are three gateways to shift your state. I like to call it move, breathe, sit. Move, breathe, sit. I've done a bunch of videos for mindful.org. You can check them out on the website. Moving, breathing, and sitting still. Three gateways to shifting our state. And want to tell you all, and what I really want you to encourage you to start to trust, is that you can do this anytime. You don't need the formal meditation cushion and the time alone in the dark room, right? You have the capacity to shift your state in a matter of breaths. Believe that, practice that, give it a try, right on the spot, right? Like, yes, thank you for saying that. Right on the spot, we can shift our state. And that's really what it means to be empowered, is to have that trust in ourselves. So move, breathe, sit. These are 3 gateways to help us shift ourselves from our busy mind. I call it the busy mind, right? Speedy mind, to-do mind, planning mind, over anxious, overwhelmed, worried mind, to that calm, clear, alert, relaxed, awakened mind. Being mindful, right, doesn't mean being so chilled out all the time that nothing phases you, right? We know this. The sense of being mindful is being clear and alert in life, but yet also calm and at ease. So that when you meet someone on the street in the hustle and bustle of December, you actually pause to look them in the eyes, to ask how you're doing. How's your mom? Right? It's not that we just are these machines running through the day, checking stuff off our to-do list. So let's talk about these 3 gateways in, and then we're going to practice them. And please, like I said, throw out some questions if you have any, or any ways that little practices that you have that help you manage stress during the holiday season. Moving your body. Moving your body in any capacity helps you to settle and stabilize yourself from a visceral place. Oftentimes we're so caught up in our head, we're so stuck in the doing, that we walk around like brains on sticks. You ever feel that way? Like you're a brain on a stick. And you even you forget there's something beneath your neck, right? That there's this pulsing, alive, magnificent body beneath. Our sensations, our body sensations are constantly informing us of the state that we're in. Right? The last couple of days, my heart's been beating faster than normal. And I'm like looking at it saying, wow, what's going on? I don't feel stressed necessarily, but there's an underlying something happening. So checking in with our body is it's like number 1 for me. It's the primary indicator of what's going on in our state of being. So to do that first. So by moving your body, it gives you this connection with what's happening down below the neck. Moving your body in a dynamic, rhythmic way also does something to your nervous system. It settles us. So if you think about rocking the baby, right? So instinctively, we rock the baby to try and settle the baby down. Well, we can do that to ourselves. We can gently rock ourselves with some rhythmic movement that we're going to do in a few minutes. Moving in rhythm, walking your dog, walking around your apartment, right? Swinging your arms, dancing can help you shift your state from feeling stressed and tense to feeling more relaxed and at ease. The next gateway in is to breathe. We all know this, okay? A couple of deep breaths, and we start to feel more relaxed. Well, what's happening with that? Why? Right? Why could something that is so simple, and I find this with students all the time, they're like, no, it can't be that. It can't be that simple. Well, yeah, it is. It is that simple. By balancing your breath with long, deep inhales and long, deep exhales, something called coherent breathing, helps to regulate or balance our autonomic nervous system. What does that mean? Well, when we regulate or balance our nervous system, we go from being tense and chronically stressed or totally relaxed and asleep to finding the balance. When our autonomic nervous system is balanced from a couple of balanced breaths, what happens is we become and feel more clear and alert and calm and at ease. That's mindfulness. That is being in a mindful state of being, clear and awake, calm and at ease. So by moving in rhythm, and then also by breathing in rhythm, you can regulate, you can shift, you can start to settle and stabilize yourself, right? Nothing fancy, no magic anything. It's right here at your fingertips in this minute. In this minute, in this moment, you can shift your state. And then the last gateway that we're going to practice today is the seated practice, the more formal mindfulness practice or meditation practice. That practice that becomes the investigation of our mind, the investigation of where our mind goes and how to gently bring ourselves back into present moment awareness. So the seated practice follows the breathing practice, which follows the movement practice. All three of these practices, very simple, can be done in a matter of minutes, as you're going to see in a moment and experience in a moment, can help us to consistently shift ourselves on the spot, as somebody said. On the spot, we can shift ourselves. You already have these practices in you. You already know what to do. I'm just reminding you, actually just reminding you of what a couple of little tools, simple tools, how handy they are, how accessible they are in any minute. So I'm reminding you that you're already here and they're already waiting for you to just access. Holiday stress can take us over. It can actually ruin a complete month for us. One of the things that I often remind students when I'm teaching is that we don't want to put off our self-care until after the holidays. How many times have you said that already this month? I'll see you after the holidays. I'll start to practice more after the holidays. Oh yeah, I'll start to read that book after the holidays. The greatest gift that we can give the world is our presence. The greatest gift you can give your coworkers and your family and yourself and that person on the street is your full availability. And we become fully available when we're right here in this moment, clear, alert, yet also calm and at ease, in that mindful state of being. When we're stressed, we're cut off from people. We're cut off from ourselves. We cut ourselves off to this extraordinarily beautiful season of light, to the magic in the air, to the magic of the lights, to the magic in children's eyes as they think about Frosty or Rudolph or whatever it is that they're thinking about in the moment. So we don't want to miss these moments of our lives because we're thinking about the cookies we have to make. Let's be right here in the moment, available for the world, and it will be a much more pleasurable experience for everyone. All right, I talked enough. Let's get to practice. It's going to be a short practice, everybody, maybe about 7 minutes or so. So if you can, close the door, turn off your phone so you don't get those little dings and dongs as we're doing this, and use these next few minutes as your practice today, as your opportunity to settle down, to stabilize and synchronize mind and body, using this movement, breathing, and seated practice. All right, so I'm going to get up and head towards the back of the room a little bit and talk a little bit louder. So why doesn't everybody just stand on up? think you can still see me, and hopefully you can still hear me. We're going to move and breathe in rhythm. We're going to sit and breathe for a few moments, and then we're going to sit in stillness, and I'll guide you through a simple mindfulness practice. So here we go. Deep, rhythmic movement. Spin your palms open and stand tall. Inhale, reach both arms forward and up. Spin your palms open. Exhale, reach your arms out and down. Again, inhale, reach arms forward and up. Exhale, reach your arms out and down. I know it's slow, right? Inhale, reach slow forward and up slowly. Exhale, reach arms out and down. All right, here we go. A little faster. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, sway over to your right. Oops, this way. Yep. Inhale, reach back up to center. Exhale, sway to your left. So we're using movement as a gateway. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. These are our side bends, our 6 ways to move the spine. Exhale right. These are 2. Inhale up. We've got side, side. Exhale left. Invigorating our bodies here. Inhale, reach both arms up. Now bend your knees and bring your hands on your knees like a baseball player. Take a full breath in, reach your arms back. Full breath out. Now we go forward and backward. Inhale, reach forward and up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, reach your arms back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach back. 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach back. Last time, inhale up, little back bend. Exhale, little forward bend. All right, last round here. Inhale, reach up. We're going to now twist over to the right. So reach your arms out, touch down. Inhale, rise back up. Using this deep rhythm, exhale, twist left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist left. One more round. Inhale, reach up. Try to keep your hips squared. Twist from your ribs right. Last round. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, twist left. Reach all the way back up. Reach. Release your arms by your side and have a seat. So as soon as you have a seat, close your eyes. Place your feet on the floor and your hands on your knees. Just notice your body for a moment. Notice any tingling, any sensation. Listen to the way your body speaks to you through the language of sensation. Now coming to your breath. Notice your breath. So we will do a few deep, coherent breaths. I'll guide you in the first few, and I'll leave you alone for the next few. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a couple more on your own. balance our breath, we balance our nervous system. And when we balance our nervous system, we settle our busy mind. Thoughts settle, nerves settle, tension dissolves. Now let that counting go for just another minute or two. Resting your attention on the rhythm of breathing, on the experience of breathing. Noticing if your mind wanders away to story or sensation, and gently guiding your mind, your attention, right back to that sweet breath. Now just open your eyes halfway. And notice your state. Shifted in some capacity, I'm sure. You don't even need to put language to it. By moving and breathing in rhythm, and deepening our breathing, by sitting for a few moments in stillness and silence, we can shift ourselves from crazy busy to clear and awake and relaxed and at ease. So know that you have this capacity. Trust that you have this capacity. And the more you practice, the better you get at recognizing when you need a shift. Bringing yourself into a quiet room and going outside for a walk, moving your body a little bit, shifting your state with just a couple of deep breaths. It's all at your fingertips. The greatest gift we can give the world is to be healthy, balanced, stable, and clear. Then we can serve others, we can support others, not from the head, not from the neck up, but from our whole human potential. So I thank you all for joining me. I wish you a beautiful season of light. And I'd love to answer a few questions before we finish up. But before we go, if you'd like to join me on mindful.org, check out some of the other videos I have on there. And also this January, I've written one of the feature articles on the attitudes, great attitudes for exercise for the new year. You can find me on my website at karabradley.net. I'm the author as well of On the Verge, Wake Up, Show Up, and Shine, where I teach practices and strategies to do just that. Wake up, show up, and shine. I also have a weekly podcast that you can join me on. You can find me on iTunes and Google Play. So thank you to mindful.org for bringing me in for this mindfulness practice for holiday stress. And I'm just going to look at a couple of questions that we have. I see, Elizabeth's on. Hey, Elizabeth. What would be the best time of the day to do this practice? It's a great question, Amber. Oh boy, I want to say anytime you need it. Generally, the most routine time of the day for you, for most people, it's the morning, right? The morning is when we have the most control for the most part of our schedule. So morning time is always great to get in a practice, even if it's a short practice. But what I encourage people to do is to try and sneak in practices all day long. All day long, 5 breaths here, a little movement there, a little silence now and then, can help to help you stay ahead of the stress, ahead of going too far down that road of being in overwhelm. So great question. And I also saw Robin had a great question about what happens when you're just with people that are like hyper stressed, right? We can model this behavior and help others without uttering a word, right? Modeling it, being the stable person in the room, being the settled self, the settled person can help others relax around you. So the more that we can practice and be strong, stable, and clear, the more we're going to benefit those in our space, in our sphere. So great questions, everyone. I thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again next time. Please communicate with me, send us some more comments, reach out to me through mindful.org, and wishing you the best and a super healthy and happy December and fantastic new year. Be well.